The biggest misconception I see with business owners is this. They think YouTube only becomes worth it once they hit some magic number. X number of views, X number of subscribers, some imaginary milestone. But what they don't always realize is this. The results usually come way sooner than that, quietly, working in the background, long before the analytics start to show it. YouTube is one of the most powerful tools to attract new clients, build trust, and generate revenue, no matter what stage your business is at. And the mistake many business owners make isn't what you think. It actually happens way before they upload a video. You see, when your channel is set up the right way, it doesn't just sit there waiting for views. It starts working for you, informing, building trust, and even selling, nights and weekends, 24/7, 365. It becomes this marketing engine that works harder than most other advertising. Let me give you a real example. On this channel, the one you're watching right now, I got my first email sign up, as in my first lead, when the channel had 45 total views. Not 45 subscribers, 45 views with 2 subscribers. And this reinforces exactly the things so many people are missing. So let me walk you through the exact methods I tell business owners, the advantages, the leverage points, the tools, so you can turn YouTube into a real asset for your business, not something that feels like a side project. And if you want to jumpstart, everything I'm going to talk about here is broken down with actual examples inside my YouTube growth guide, which you can find on the link below. It's based on my 3-year journey getting to over 150,000 subscribers, the hard way, trial and error, pivots, bad advice, all the stuff I don't want you to go through. See, I got stuck in the trap of chasing views and other metrics that did almost nothing for my business. I got focused on the wrong things. What I really needed was conversion. That's the shift that makes a difference. I want you to generate actual income from the work you put into YouTube without second guessing yourself or wasting hundreds of hours trying to figure it out on your own. When I first meet business owners, I'll ask, how are you marketing your business? I'll hear social media, web search, Google business profile, all good things. But here's the real question. How many times is someone going to buy from you after seeing one post? I mean, can you expect your business to publish one reel and get a sale? That's like trying to sell a Ferrari on Facebook Marketplace using one photo. Most businesses don't have a reach problem. They have a trust problem. And if people don't trust you, they won't buy from you, period. That's why so much advertising doesn't work like it used to. Everyone is overstimulated from flashy posts and empty promises. And in a world full of AI-generated everything, where people don't even know what's real, trust matters more than ever. And that's how businesses grow, by earning trust over time. And that's exactly why YouTube works so well. See, it's not just about reach, it's about relationships. YouTube gives you a stage for high-leverage content that holds attention for longer than 5 seconds. And that right there is what's different. And here's why. Number one, it builds a real connection to you, your brand. People not only learn about your offer, they meet you, your beliefs, your energy, your point of view. Number two, and this is where many people get it wrong, you don't have to say you're an expert. Let your content prove it. It's like having your own TED Talk library that people can watch over and over. And number three, it's searchable forever. Your content keeps working months or even years after you post it. And one video can be discovered by Google in multiple different ways. That's why I look at other platforms, no offense to TikTok and Instagram. Yes, they have their place. They work, but they're like renting a billboard for a day. YouTube is like buying the billboard and owning the land it sits on. Now that you see what's possible, let's get practical, because your first real opportunity to convert viewers actually happens before you create a single video. This is the foundation. And I know this seems kind of elementary, but this is where most channels are at a disadvantage. Not because the content is bad, but because the attention, it never converts. When someone lands on your channel, they decide in seconds whether you're credible and authentic and worth trusting. This comes from your handle, your banner image, profile picture, and channel description. This is why the right strategy across your entire channel is so important. Your banner should clearly iterate your value statement, and have a strong CTA for your target persona. It's prime real estate, so don't waste it. Keep it clean, bold, aligned with your brand. Make it represent what you stand for. You can easily make one in Canva, and I found that exporting the highest resolution PNG provides the best results. Next is your channel description. Most people will only see the first line, so make it count. Talk to them like they're a brand new subscriber. Get right to the point in the first few words and tell them who you are, who you help, and the value delivered. Now, this only works if you know where your channel is going, which is why proper planning and the right strategy matter so much. It's why having a third party look at your channel can be so valuable. They will see disconnects that you don't. This is what I want to help people understand, and I break it down in the growth guide linked below. Now, here's a secret weapon that most business owners completely skip: your channel trailer. People either don't have one or they use some random video in its place. This is a mistake because your channel trailer is a 24/7 business development tool. It's your video sales letter where you're speaking directly to your target persona, telling them what the channel's about, who it's for, the problem solved, and the outcome they'll get. And yes, it should have a soft intro to your offer or promotion. And make sure the link for that is at the top of the video description so it's easy to see when the video's playing. You'd be shocked at how many conversions come from these few things alone. At this point, your channel should look professional. The value should be clear. People should know what you do all within a few seconds. And this matters because views aren't going to pay the bills. It's the money you make converting people to your business. This is why you see channels with massive view counts and the owners are broke. Whereas I've seen small channels with 500 subscribers generate leads and immediate sales. The first client I helped on YouTube was back in 2018. We made 5 long-form videos that have generated hundreds of thousands of dollars in income, and they're still being watched today. See, the smart people on YouTube aren't chasing views. They're creating content that moves people towards some sort of business result. Because if you're an entrepreneur, reach without revenue, it's just a hobby. Every video you make needs to follow a simple framework. First, it needs to solve a real problem, not some vague concept. It should address specific situations people are actively searching for. Second, it needs to provide proof, not promises. These are results, success stories, real examples, the dream outcome for viewers. Now, this next part is super important. It taps into the secret sauce of YouTube, so pay close attention. Your video needs to exceed expectations. And this is not only true for YouTube, it's true for most everything in life. When you walk into a new restaurant that you've never been to before, you have an expectation of what it's going to be like. If the experience was better than your expectation, then you have a favorable impression. If it was less than your expectation, you have a negative impression. YouTube is the same way. When you deliver more than your viewers expected, then you've succeeded. This is what everyone calls providing value. If your free content is more useful than someone else's paid offer, you win. And you do this by clearly breaking things out, by giving step-by-step instructions and providing actual examples. People should click away thinking, if this is what I get for free, what's in the paid program? Fourth, it needs to make people feel something. People buy from people that they trust and who they feel are real. So be authentic, tell the truth, share the things you struggle with. However, this is a fine line here. Life can be a little messy, so you don't want to go into every single detail. Remember, you still need to come across as professional. Say something like, I used to work on 5 ideas at once and wonder why I was always behind. Now I focus on one core strategy, execute it well, and my business is growing. That's connection. That builds trust. But trust alone doesn't pay your bills. And here's the reality I see too many times. They're business owners losing sales even when they have great content because they treat videos like social media posts, something that they have to check off a list instead of what they really are. Sales tools. Views without a conversion strategy just bring you attention, not outcome. So let's fix that. Make your CTA impossible to miss. Put it at the top of the description. Most people don't scroll. Make it obvious obvious and easy to understand. Using pinned comments is another great conversion practice. While many people don't read a video's description, they almost always read the first comment. And let your channel trailer do the heavy lifting. Make sure your videos show up in search by using strong SEO-optimized descriptions. And this is where your AI, no matter what AI you use, can be invaluable. Now that you're thinking about YouTube as an actual business asset, let's talk about something most people don't plan for: consistency. In my opinion, the reason most business owners don't start or stick with YouTube isn't fear of the camera or the algorithm. It's burnout. It's not because they don't have great content ideas. It's because they look at YouTube like this 100-mile marathon that will take too much out of them. The secret to staying consistent without burning out comes down to a few things. Number one is the master plan. Until you have your value statement and target persona and the trajectory dialed in, you're just making content. The plan will dictate how much time you set aside each week to make your goals a reality and not impede your current lifestyle. Number two is script creation. This is using AI to understand what messages will best serve your target persona and then building an arc of 10 video scripts at one time. Even if it only gives you an outline and bullet points of the message, it's doing 80% of the work. Number three is batch filming. This is your system. Maybe once or twice a month you block off time. For me, on this channel, I film 1 day a month and I record 2 long-form videos. The entire process, start to finish, takes about 3 hours. I spend the other 12 hours a month on script creation and reviewing edits. Number four, hire a video editor. This is your biggest time saver and frees you up to focus on strategy and more scripts. A high-quality editor will make your videos look 10 times better. And if we end up working together, I'll introduce you to my team or show you how to find your own. The person I use saves me 25 hours per video. He knows how to edit for retention and mix the audio to have the most impact. He also designs the thumbnails to match the tone of the content itself. A winning thumbnail can easily double or triple your views. When you have a plan and follow a process, you're never scrambling. It actually becomes something you enjoy and look forward to. There's a reason why creators with less talent are growing fast. They're not smarter. They're not better on camera. They just figured out this one thing: you can't scale alone. Yes, doing everything yourself, like I did, helps you learn. But at some point, you're spending 30% of your week focused on YouTube instead of growing your business. I believe there's literally no better time than right now to start promoting your business on YouTube. It doesn't have to be a mystery, as long as you have the right planning and the resilience to keep moving forward. Anyway, I appreciate you watching until the end, and I recommend you watch this one next.